What is up, you guys? Happy Friday. So I'll give you guys a second to jump on. I feel like I always get straight into the point and then people get on and I have to repeat myself. I think I went live in the right place, didn't I? Alright, sweet. Sometimes I go live in my group, sometimes I accidentally go live in the wrong places. It happens often. So let's see. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to just shine a little light on is and just like a little prereq here. So I'm not saying that therapy isn't a good thing or that it doesn't work. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I want to explain to people why coaching works in such a powerful way, because a lot of people don't seem to understand the difference. I mean, I feel that way sometimes. Sometimes I personally feel like I'm a therapist. I'm not a licensed therapist, but I am a coach. And what I do is help people figure out why they feel the way they feel, what's standing in their way, and then we find a solution. So that is the difference. That is why it works. Because of those three compartments. Hey, John. Hey, Paul. What's up, guys? Those are the three pieces, and that's the part that so many people don't understand. So in order for it to work and for you to actually make progress and move forward and make changes, there are significant pieces to figuring out your own shit, right? Why aren't you getting there? Why don't you have this? Hey, Chris, what's up? What is stopping it from working? What is the fucking disconnect? What is the block? Why do you feel the way you feel? Why do you constantly have this situation pop up into your space? Why do you feel like you don't deserve this? Blah, blah, blah. What are the underlying feelings? What are the underlying reasons? We break that shit down. If you have a coach that is dedicated to those types of things and they're overall helping you better your life and your business and every other part of every part of your life, the whole balanced circle, what they're going to help you realize is why you're right here. First of all, where the fuck are you anyways? Let's talk about that. Where are you right now? I don't care about your plans or your goals or what you want. That is not what we need to talk about first. We need to talk about where you are right now. Cut the shit, quit lying. Why are you where you're at right now? And then you ask the questions and your coach asks you the tough questions and asks and says, well, why do you feel that way? Why do you think that happens? What have you noticed? They send you about your way for a week to pay attention to that and simmer on it and marinate on it and reflect back on what you see and what you think and what you find, right? That's how it goes. And then you come back and you're like, this is what I discovered. And you start noticing things and your self-awareness becomes a thing. And then we talk about action. Okay, great. So where do you want to go? You're right here. We've gotten really clear about why you're here and here's where you're at. Where do you want to go? You want to go here? Cool. What do we need to do to get you there? This isn't hopes and dreams land. Oh, I can't wait till I can create this thing. No. Step by freaking step, what do we need to do to get you there? What do we need to do to flip this way of thinking that's kept you stuck in the process of us getting you there? That's why coaching works. Because we don't just help you realize what the issue is or why you feel the way you do or what keeps you stuck or what you need to learn, blah, 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 who you need to hire. We don't just help you find that issue, whatever it is. We then also help you figure out how the fuck to get there, how to make the change, take the action. What do you need to do? We hold your hand as you walk the path, right? Hey, let's do this together. We're in this together. We've mapped the path out. Now let's get there. I get really, really frustrated with people who go to therapy or have a one-time session with someone or read a book or whatever the case may be, and then they wonder why they're not getting there. Well, can you get there on your own? Sure. I did it at one point. I've gotten to a lot of places on my own. Most of us have. We have our moments, right, where we're able to pull that off. But if you are seriously committed to figuring out why things are happening the way they are, to figuring out why you're in the situation you're in, and then actually taking the action every single fucking day to get you from point A to point B, and have somebody there with you to hold you accountable and help you create the change and help you do the things and blah, 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 blah along the way, that's how you actually shift your own reality. Like, does this make sense, you guys? Like, is this difference do you understand this difference? There's a big difference. Like, you can absorb the knowledge all you want to, but if you don't do anything with it, or if you can't shift your perspective long enough to cut the dirty self-talk, to quit talking shit on yourself in your head, to quit making excuses, to get the fuck out of bed, like, if you can't take those things and do things with it and clear up the crap, like, I don't understand the disconnect here. If you can't do those things, you're not going to get to point B. Or it's going to take you like 3 years if you do happen to get there. So why wouldn't you jumpstart the process? Why wouldn't you move the process? There has been very many studies that show 6 months of committed dedication to consistency and like actual productivity and growth to going and like in what you're doing in your life. 6 months of that commitment literally pushes you forward a year. So think about that. If you have a 5-year goal, what if you took 6 months and committed your time, committed to creating change for 6 months, and you did that? Well, what did I say? 5 years or 3 years? Let's just say 3 years. I don't even know what I just said. Say you have like a 3-year goal, right? But what if you took 3 6-month stints and got really fucking serious? You could reach that goal in a year and a half. Really? Like, this happens. This is a real thing. That is why it works. And that's just something that, like, I feel like there's just not enough information out here, and I don't really know the best ways. I would love your feedback. I would love any questions you guys have about, like, how to start this process, what to do, where to find the right person to work with. Like, I love that you guys are here and you listen to me, and I love that you're supporting what I'm talking about, and it's fantastic. But if I'm not the right person for you to hire personally, that's okay with me. I want to help you either way. I'll help you find the right person. You know what I'm saying? I'll help you do what you need to do. But, like, you have to ask. So I'd love feedback from you guys on, like, what are the misconceptions? What aren't you clear about when it comes to how to really start that process of creating the change that you want, or dialing in life how you want it to be? When I say that, I mean, I say this all the time. You create the life you want. You create the life you want. People are like, yeah, okay, Jamie. I'm like, look the fuck around. 4 years ago, this was not my life. This was not my life 4 years ago. It looked nothing like this. I was in a body shop in a business suit and heels most of the time, running around like a mad woman, putting out fires all day, wanting to, like, literally rip my hair out of my head, but plastering a smile on my face, handling shit. Did I do it well? Fucking absolutely, because I tend to, like, make sure whatever I'm in, I'm gonna freaking dominate at it. But, like, it wasn't what I wanted. I wanted more than that. I felt it in my guts that I needed more than that, that I was put on this planet for more than that. And I'm not saying that each one of you is like, oh my God, I'm going to change the world, and I need to go start a movement like Jamie and quit my job and do exactly what she's doing. That's not what I mean. What I mean, though, is that you don't have to be unhappy. You can do the things you want to do. You can choose to flip your perspective and your mindset around your job, your family, your household, your situation. And when you do that, everything else starts to shift too. I've done it. You can ask people who have known me for 10 years. Have I always been a pretty positive person? Yes, because I've always been told my whole life by my parents, you can be whatever you want, you can create whatever you want. But I didn't know what that meant at the time. I just went with the flow and I dove in head first to every single thing that came at my way, and I figured it out. It wasn't easy, and I didn't enjoy it, and it was hard. Like, it was toxic, and it was ugly, and it was chaotic, and I could have continued to live that way. 100%. I'd probably look like 10 years older right now if I would have, because it was super stressful. But like, I could have continued to live that way, but I chose not to. So that's what I'm trying to say to you is like, no matter what situation you're in, you can choose to shift how you look at it and how you feel about it every single day, right? Like, we're all dealt the cards we're dealt. There's nothing we can do about that. But we can choose what we do with the cards that we're dealt, right? You can choose what you do with those things. So that's really exactly why I feel like this just needs to be spoken about more. And like I said, any questions you guys have, anything that comes to mind, even right now while you're watching this, type it in, send me a message, whatever you want to do. I would love to know I need to know the best way to help educate people on what this means and like how you can create these things and how people can help you get there from one place to another place. Like, you don't have to just go in, day out and hate your life. I did that. I just saw a couple people's names pop up on here that have known me for a very long time and were parts of my life when I was so stressed out I couldn't even take a weekend off. Like, that was my life. I chose to change it. And that's what coaching did for me. And that's what I do for people. And it's freaking beautiful. So, anyway. On my way to pick up ingredients for hot sauce, I let mini squirrels distract me this last year. Yeah, Chris, but you've also made a shitload of progress. I've watched you. So don't be down on yourself. So some squirrels jumped into the room. Cool. But I remember when you were like, I'm not going to be able to make this sauce happen for years. There's no way. And look at you. You have it bottled, you have labels, you sell it. It's awesome. It's very, very, very cool. You should be very proud of yourself. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, as always, give it a thumbs up. Share it if you think this is a message other people need to hear. And like I said, if you have any questions, things aren't clear, you don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, things that you'd like me to shine some light on when it comes to making changes in your life and how to figure any of this shit out at all, please reach out and ask me. I'll make a video about it. I'll write a post about it. I really prefer to give you guys what you want and what you need. So any feedback is always welcome. And I heart you guys. I heart you all. So go have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you soon. See ya.